The history of the Roman Empire is one of the greatest and most influential stories in human civilization. For more than 1,000 years, Rome ruled vast lands across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. The empire became famous for its powerful armies, magnificent architecture, advanced engineering, and strong laws, and rich culture. Even today, the influence of Rome can still be seen in modern governments, languages, roads, architecture, and military systems around the world. According to ancient Roman legend, Rome was founded in 203 BC by two brothers named Romulus and Remus. The story says they were raised by a she-wolf after being abandoned as babies. Eventually, Romulus killed Remus and became the first king of Rome. Historians believe Rome actually began as a small settlement near the Tiber River in present-day Italy. Because of its good location for trade and defense, the settlement slowly grew into a powerful city. At first, Rome was ruled by kings. During this early period, the Romans learned many important skills from neighboring civilizations, especially the Etruscans. They improved farming, military organization, religion, and construction methods. However, the Roman people eventually became unhappy with royal rule. In 509 BC, the last king was removed, and Rome became a republic where elected leaders and senators governed the state. The Roman Republic lasted for nearly 5 centuries. During this period, Rome expanded rapidly through wars, alliances, and military strength. Roman soldiers became famous for their discipline and organization. One of the most important conflicts during this era was the Punic War between Rome and Carthage. The Carthaginian general Hannibal shocked the world by crossing the Alps with elephants to attack Rome. Despite many battles and heavy losses, Rome eventually defeated Carthage and became the dominant power around the Mediterranean Sea. As Rome became larger and richer, political corruption and civil wars increased. One of the most famous Roman leaders was Julius Caesar. He was a brilliant military commander who conquered large territories, including Gaul, which covered much of modern France. Caesar became extremely popular and powerful among the Roman people and soldiers. In 409 BC, he crossed the Rubicon River with his army, beginning a civil war. After defeating his enemies, he became dictator of Rome. Many senators feared he wanted to become king. So on March 404 BC, known as the Ides of March, Caesar was assassinated inside the Senate by conspirators. His death pushed Rome into further chaos and eventually ended the Roman Republic. After years of conflict, Caesar's adopted son Augustus emerged victorious and became the first emperor of Rome in 2 BC. This officially marked the beginning of the Roman Empire. Augustus brought peace, stability, and economic growth to the empire. His reign began a long period known as the Pax Romana, meaning Roman peace, which lasted for about 200 years. During this golden age, trade expanded, cities grew richer, and Roman culture spread across vast territories. The Roman army became one of the strongest military forces in world history. Roman soldiers, called legionaries, were highly trained and disciplined. They used advanced battle formations and strong shields, swords, armor, and spears. Roman armies conquered territories across Britain, Gaul, Egypt, Greece, North Africa, and parts of the Middle East. Wherever the Roman army traveled, they built roads, bridges, forts, and defensive walls. The Romans were also master builders and engineers. They constructed massive roads, aqueducts, amphitheaters, temples, and public baths. One of the most famous Roman structures is the Colosseum, a gigantic arena where gladiators fought for public entertainment. Another remarkable structure is the Pantheon, famous for its enormous dome that still survives after nearly 2,000 years. Roman engineers also developed advanced water systems using aqueducts that carried clean water from distant mountains into cities. Roman society was divided into different classes. Emperors, senators, and wealthy nobles enjoyed luxurious lifestyles, while ordinary citizens and slaves often lived difficult lives. Slavery played a major role in Roman society, and millions of slaves worked in homes, farms, mines, and construction projects. Entertainment was extremely important in Rome. People enjoyed gladiator battles, theater performances, festivals, and thrilling chariot races held in the giant stadium known as the Circus Maximus. Religion was also an important part of Roman life. Early Romans worshipped many gods and goddesses, heavily influenced by Greek mythology. Gods such as Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and Neptune were widely worshipped throughout the empire. Later, Christianity began spreading across Roman territories. At first, Christians faced severe persecution from Roman authorities. However, Emperor Constantine the Great eventually accepted Christianity, and during the 6th century it became one of the empire's dominant religions. As the empire became too large to govern effectively, it was divided into two parts of the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. The eastern half became known as the Byzantine Empire, with its capital at Constantinople. Meanwhile, the western half struggled with political corruption, economic decline, civil wars, and repeated invasions by Germanic tribes. In 601, the Western Roman Empire officially fell when the last emperor, Romulus Augustus, was removed from power. This event is often considered the end of ancient Rome and the beginning of the Middle Ages in Europe. However, the Eastern Roman Empire survived for nearly another 1,000 years. The Byzantine Empire preserved Roman traditions, culture, and law for centuries. Its capital, Constantinople, became one of the richest and most powerful cities in the world. One of its greatest rulers was Justinian I, who tried to restore the glory of the old Roman Empire. Eventually, the Byzantine Empire fell in East War when the Ottoman Turks captured Constantinople. The Roman Empire changed the world in countless ways. Romans developed advanced legal systems, improved military organization, built strong roads and bridges, influenced architecture, and helped spread Christianity across Europe. The Latin language spoken by the Romans later evolved into modern languages such as Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, and Romanian. Many emotional and fascinating stories still surround ancient Rome. Roman roads stretched for hundreds of thousands of kilometers across the empire. Some Roman buildings remain standing even after nearly 2,000 years. Gladiators fought not only human but sometimes wild animals for public entertainment. The Colosseum could hold around 50,000 spectators cheering during bloody battles. Roman soldiers marched enormous distances carrying heavy equipment while defending the empire's borders. Even though the Roman Empire collapsed long ago, its legacy never disappeared. Roman ideas continue to influence modern civilization in law, politics, engineering, architecture, language, and military systems. The rise and fall of Rome remain one of the most powerful and unforgettable stories in human history, teaching lessons about ambition, power, glory, corruption, and the challenges of maintaining a vast empire.